Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to what is this Thursday night? At least where I'm at, and probably Friday morning to some of you on the other side of the world. So, welcome to your Thursday night or your Friday morning. And I'm excited, as always, to see what messages come through for a spirit. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So, if you'd like to join me in magnifying that love, I do invite you to do that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, we can all join together outside of space and time and multiply that love out to the world. So, I'm going to take a big, deep breath, come back to right here, right now. And just let that love fall down into our heart and fill us up and then overflow out to the world, putting the globe, the entire planet, and we'll even grab the moon in this time and just have it all in this giant bubble of love, that every heart would be sparked a little more closer and a little more closer to the unconditional love energy of above, allowing us to see the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love, cutting away the fears, those restrictions, the fear of losing conditional love, the fear of rejection. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love in this moment for your heart, your mind, your body, for a situation, a relationship, or for a loved one, we send that love to you and to them right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and allowing me the space for that as well. Hope everyone had an amazing day. And before we get into the readings, I, of course, want to let everyone know that I do have a giveaway every single Monday. Tuesdays, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the next week, how you can get into the drawing, and any other giveaway news. Here is the link to this video from Tuesday. I've been giving away a lot more than usual in the month of May just to celebrate the Divine Mother and all that mama energy. And so I've been giving a lot away. Next Monday will be my last big day of giveaways, which I'll be giving away 7 free personal recorded readings. No. And then after that, I'll probably go back to like giving away 2 30-minute personal recorded readings a week. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know how it goes. Suddenly, spirits like bam. But anyway, if you want to get into those drawings, that is how you can do that. And then happy June, everybody. Can you believe it? It is June 1st, and we already have the monthly readings out, of course, for the month of June. If you want to check those out, that playlist is broken down by each individual zodiac sign. There's even a little chart that tells you like what planet rolls over what area of our life. So if you know your birth chart, you can go check out that particular area of your life as well. And if you don't know your like what zodiac sign your planet, individual planets are, you can always go to like the website I use, astro.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all. But I've been using them for a while and they're really good. But just whatever wherever you go for your astro birth charts, you can do that. All right. And then each week I also give away at least one personal recorded reading, not personal recorded. Geez, I pick a card reading, and good thing they talk when I step out of the way. But this week's was what mistake am I making? Mistake because we really truly can't make a mistake. But they talk about that in the video as well, which I really like. And then just a quick announcement for tomorrow morning. I do have to take my host in for a procedure, so I might be on earlier or later than usual, or not at all, depending on what goes on with the procedure. So, um, we'll see. We're just gonna flow with the spirit in the morning. So I might be on, I might not be, and it may not be exactly at my regular time. It's either gonna be earlier or later. So there you go. That is what is going on, and I think that's everything I had. So let me get my desktop all set up here. Move my tea out of the way. And if you are new to my channel or to these readings, welcome. We have a great, wonderful group of people here. Wonderful soul family with great senses of humor and huge hearts to match. And what a combo that is. And I love it. So, welcome. How the free readings work is I do go down in order. First come, first serve down the chat. There's no special list. The chat is the list, and I just go down in order. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, and Spirit knows what you're looking for. But if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I prioritize the reading and step out of the free readings. I also dive deeper into those, and once I return, when I'm done, I return back and then continue down the free readings. I'm usually on for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes longer, but I try to get through as many free readings as I can. But to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom of the chat, or at the pinned comment, or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. So whatever medium you like to donate through, you can do that. And there's no set dollar amount. I know everyone's finances do vary from person to person, day to day, country to country, planet to planet, whatever. So I don't like it that. All right. I think that is it. I am going to continue throughout the weekend to probably use these tarot of the mystical moments and also the transient light tarot, right? Yeah, light tarot. So we will get started, and I'm excited. And so we will start at the very top, and we've got Dijona Sturgis. So let's take a look here. You wanted a money reading, so let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say. Boom, already off the bat here. Wow. So we've got the Ace of Wands coming in here, which is where you focus your energy is what grows and expands, right? It's the power of our choice, the power of what we focus on is what grows and expands. We have the Apprentice of Vessels, which would be the Page of Cups, which is a new excitement, new flow of emotion that comes in here. And I like the money reading that they're pretty much focusing, saying that if you focus on what you're grateful for, then things expand, and you'll, it's like if you thank the, spirit and creator and just thank you for that. You've met my every need. I've never been without what I've needed, or I wouldn't be here right now. I'm so grateful that you always are watching out for me. And I thank you for all the finances, all the money that I've had and that I've needed, and that you're going to supply my every need. And I'm so grateful. And then that we're telling the universe, I enjoy being grateful for my finances that you provide. Can I be even more grateful? And then spirit, they'll bring more abundance into our life. But if we focus in on, I don't think I'm going to have enough money, or I don't have enough money, and or I'm always, not having enough, we're focusing on the lack. And when we do that, we tell the universe, I really enjoy missing money and not having enough for everything that I want. We usually will always have everything we need, but the wanting, right? Well, that just, we tell them, I want more. I want to miss more. I want to have even more, not enough. And so it's really about watching what you focus your energy on around your finances. I like the Page of Cups though, because that's a feeling of joy, feeling of gratitude, this emotion that's flowing out of you along with your energy. So just be aware of that. And I feel like you do have this wonderful above and beyond, like a chalice, you get to fill up and overflow. So I like that. So that is what's coming in right now, Dajona. So many blessings to you. And Aldona, you'll be my next free reading coming up here, but I do have a donation. Thank you so much, Always Victory, for your donation. And you want to know what is going on with my life? And you like Oracle and Tarot? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. I feel like the unicorns are going to talk to you tonight. So let's grab an Oracle of the Unicorns. And we will start off there, and then we'll pull a few tarot as well. So let's see what they want you to know about what's going on in your life. Trust. Look at that beautiful picture, though. And it says, trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. I like it. So let's see what they mention here. Yeah, your soul is calling on you to take a courageous leap of faith and launch into the unknown. You know deep down that you cannot stay where you are, doing the same things in the same way any longer. You know it's time for change. It's time to get out of your comfort zone, to expand and to explore. Yet a part of you is hesitating. You feel as if you are at the edge of a cliff, not fully believing that when you take the leap, your wings will appear and you will soar. You may be putting off what you know you need to do. You may be avoiding things that scare you and make excuses to stay in your comfort zone. The winged horse wants you to know that she is here to support you and it is safe for you to make this change. She reminds you that you have free will and can make this choice. You can give in to fear, stay where you are, and never find out what else is out there for you. Or you can have the courage and faith to take a risk. It is time to choose your dreams. Allow yourself to get excited about leaping into the unknown. Let go of control and choose a life of surprise. It is time to throw caution to the wind, be courageous, and trust. When you are brave and take a leap, your wings will appear and you will soar. All right. I like it. I like it. So let's take a look here and see what else they want you to know around trusting and leaping and going for your dreams. Now is the time. Now is the time. So I feel like, when you're asking what's going on in your life, it's just, it feels like things are. I've talked about the eagle's nest every once in a while, where an eagle mama and daddy, they create this nest that's craggly, but they have a lot of comfortable things inside so that the egg and the eaglets feel comfortable. But when it's time for the eaglets to fly, they rip out all the comfortable things and the comfort so that they will, otherwise they're like, I got room service and this is wonderful. Why don't I leave? They're like, that's that comfort zone. To help them leave the comfort zone, things start to become uncomfortable where they're at. And that's what I kind of feel is coming in here. Yeah. All right. And what are these here? Yeah. So we can do, there we go. So you got the 10 of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the 10 of Vessels, or the 10 of Cups, this overflowingness, and here's the Devil card. So it's like the Devil card is a lot of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we're all told throughout our life of what this 10 of Cups is supposed to feel like. This is what my dreams are. Well, I feel like the devil has been shaking and rattling and going, is this really what you want? And so if you're wanting things and not getting them, then it's really kind of spirit saying, "Is this really, really what you want?" And when you stop and step back, you realize there are some strings that you can cut from the past to really discover what it is you truly want, what it is your true dream is. And I feel like there's just been so many, supposed tos and shoulds and need tos that you were given throughout your life, and with very strong individuals, um, reinforcing them, right? And so there's this freedom. The Hanged Man, you've been in this cocooning stage for a while, but you're about to break out of the cocoon, and it's time to break out of the cocoon so you can fly. But the butterfly is like, I've never done this before. Again, like the eagle, it's like it's becoming too cramped in the cocoon, and you're like, I need to spread my wings. It's time for me to fly. I've got to, I've got to, I've got to. And the struggle of getting out of the cocoon is what strengthens the butterfly muscles in the wings so that it can fly. If someone cuts out a butterfly out of the chrysalis early, it can't fly because it's never developed its wings. The wing muscles, it just has the wings, and it's like, great, now I have to walk all this way with the caterpillars, right? But it's time to fly. And you do have the Empress, which is coming in here. It's the nurturer, but the three is the Empress card. New birth, new harvest, new things unfolding, creativity. It's a newness of life. It's a new birth. It's a rebirth of life. I like that they have the pearl here. The amount of pressure and the length of time it takes, it took all the dirt, it took all that stuff, and it created a pearl out of it. And that's what, like, Spirit is saying, that it's been time. Now is the time to take the leap. Now is the time to move forward, to leave back behind all those things that don't serve you. And you've got the crown of coins, the King of Pentacles, which is about super duper abundance, and not to be, not to fear things, not having enough and all that. You're always going to have enough. And living your dream is the important thing, because when you're expressing your true self and expressing who you are and what you want, it just changes the world. The Ace of Pentacles that's on the crown represents that you have and are able to see yourself in a whole new way in relationship to the outside world. So, there definitely is, take the leap, take the jump. It's time, it's time, it's time. And yeah, the waiting is over. It's time to live the dream. It's time to step forward. And I feel like this is what has been going on. So if you've been feeling very stagnant or very empty about things and feel like you've been hitting blocks and that you can't move forward, it's because you're being kept from things, you know, um, from that aren't really yours. It was other people's dreams. And so they're keeping it there. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense. But it is time. Whoopsh. Time to make the leap. You are very welcome. And thank you so much for your donation. I'm excited for what this is, because I'm sure you'll take us along with you. Right. All right. So many, many blessings to you. And I'm excited. All right. So I think that was it for the donation. So, Aldona, we are to you. Hello. I am doing great. I hope you are doing great, and you're like a general. So let's take a look here and see. No, not those. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So we got two sets here. So you got the Keeper of Coins, which is the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Justice card. And this feels so much like a new birth coming in. This is like the Empress card in a way. But the Justice card is about seeing things from a higher perspective. So I feel like there's a birth of new ideas that is coming your way here. Yeah, definitely so. Because now you have the Page of Swords, and then also the Champion of Wands is the Knight of Wands, which is fast moving energy. So you have these ideas, and I feel like you're getting all these ideas for a new start, for a new birth. And I just feel like they're just coming in out of nowhere. It's almost like you can't, if you wrote them all down, you wouldn't be able to keep up with new ideas that are coming. So it is time to simmer down, take some deep breaths, and really focus in on there. The moon card popped up here too, which the moon card, we have a full moon here in a couple days in Sagittarius. So a lot of fire energy, a lot of go, 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 go energy coming up too. So, that's impacting your mind, but it's important for you to ground yourself, bring into this calmness, and write down all these ideas, write down all these statements, these um, like I said, they keep on saying these new ideas, these new ideas. It's like what you want to do, where you want to head, or it's new information, new knowledge. It's like write down what you're learning, write down what's coming to you because it's important for you on your journey coming up. And this is what they want you to know. If you put it in your phone or a journal or something, but it's get it on paper. One, it's going to help your brain not loop and loop and loop and loop because it's going to know that it's written down on something solid, that it's saved somewhere. Otherwise, you might have been like losing sleep or having, wake up or dreaming about things because all these ideas keep looping and they feel like there's 1,000 of them, but there's 100 ideas that are looped, 10 times, right? 10 times 100 is 1,000. It just keeps on going, going, going. So that's what they have for you here is really write down these thoughts and these ideas that are coming your way. They'll be important for you for the future. All righty. So that is what they have for you. So double, triple, quadruple X. You'll be the next free reading coming up, but I do have an additional donation. Thank you, always victory. And he went, "What is the leap that spirit wants you to take?" An oracle. Okay, absolutely. And for this, we're going to use the lantern oracle. Let's shed some light on here and see what's going on here. Hey, Rhonda, Rhonda. Hey, Miss Honeylove. All right. Hmm. So you got accountability here. Very interesting, and it's like someone taking off on a road. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. And 19 is endings and new beginnings. So it just feels like it's time to head off. It says, when we take responsibility for our choices, we gain integrity and the right relationships with ourselves. Optimally, our decisions are conscious ones made with consideration for the likely consequences to all involved. However, this is not always the case. In life, we learn as we go. As we become aware of a more beneficial way to handle ourselves, others, and life, we do so accordingly. We maximize our chances of this when we remain open to addressing any damage or ill feelings that arise toward ourselves and others. When we can accept constructive feedback and are open to alternative points of view on our behavior, opinions, understandings, and choices, we become enriched, more aware, and better equipped to deal gracefully with whatever life confronts us with going forward. Being approachable and okay with being called out on our less than finest moments results in bridges being built instead of walls. The refusal to acknowledge our flaws and imperfections that show up in moments of poor discernment and behavior thwarts our growth and inner harmony. So, the work required to address our triggers bring challenging feelings of failure, insecurity, denial, anger, resentment, fear, self loathing, and shame. When we do not work through these uncomfortable emotions, they have the potential to keep us stuck. To embody the profound truth that there is nothing to feel ashamed of when we experience an uncomfortable learning curve frees us to take responsibility and release ourselves from stuckness is in quotes that otherwise ensues, which we were talking about feeling stagnant and stuck, right? Life gets easier and infinitely more beautiful and warm the second we accept that we, like everyone else, are humanly imperfect and that it is perfectly acceptable. Amends and compassionate acceptance over our and others' flaws and imperfections heals and strengthens all parties involved. It also is a way to deepen the bonds between ourselves and others. The featured mother here assures us that the things we wish we had not done or had approached differently are gifts. They are necessary for learning how to do things differently going forward. They are also what make us increasingly compassionate and understanding of others and their actions. We are not our mistakes, but what we do with them. All of our past choices can be used to help us grow into the truth of ourselves. They help us identify what is aligned with our spirit self in the less obvious places. Accountability is an act of self love, compassion, and acceptance that benefits all. However, the most important person to be accountable to is yourself. It can be helpful to develop the habit of checking in with yourself each day by asking, "What am I doing and why?" Is this aligned with my values and spirit self? If so, proceed. If not, ask yourself, is there another way, a way that feels good and true for me to continue? Or does this behavior, thinking, situation, or person need to go? Do I need the perspective of someone who knows better and is more experienced in this area? So, the mother's message to you: when you're accountable, you stand empowered, confident, with integrity. So it feels like it's really every area of your life. It just feels so big. Like there's this um like when ask what am I doing and why? It's like looking at seriously looking at your like job. You feel harassed and not supported by spirit. You're so funny. So it's like um you know where's this resistance coming from, right? It's like there's this comfort zone that you're in, but it's like, what do you truly? I feel like you're so stuck in your mind, is what they're showing me. It's just there's these anchors in your mind of like, but this is what I have to do. This is what I'm supposed to do. And it's like, but where's the heart? I just feel like the heart is like screaming that it has these things that it wants to do, that it wants to show the world. And it's about letting go of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos. It's just they have such a stronghold on you that it's like you can't see that, there's this unknown, to step off into the scavenger hunt and discover and have this adventure. It's like, no, it's like a vacation has to be planned from the moment you leave till the time you come back. It's like, no, this is about headed off and not knowing where you're going to go and where you're going to end up. And it's part of letting things go. Oh, oh, well, yeah, I feel like there's a big piece of the where we're focusing our energy is what's expanding in our life. I know we get that when we're focusing on, because a lot of what you're saying here, games and tests and harassed and burden and all those are fear words, and they are rooted in lack. They're rooted in fear of not living up to things when it's really like, I like it. It's you're tired of it all. Great. It's the perfect thing. It's the 10 of swords. Let go of all the expectations. And what do you want to do then? If there's no expectations at all, like there is nothing you have to do the rest of your life except what you want to do. What are you going to go do? That's what they want you to do. It's like a grandchild being taken to the playground by a grandparent, and the grandparent goes, "All right, go play, go have fun." And like, okay, but what? What am I supposed to do first? It's like, no, go play, go enjoy life, enjoy the scavenger hunt of the search of the journey, not that it has to be super, planned out. And when you stepped up into the unknown, if we stepped off in fear, then we drew in fear monsters. That's where disaster comes from. And disaster is a judgmental word, right? It's a It's like saying this was a mistake. It's instead of going, this was an experience, let me go ride another ride. Let me go experience something. It's a giant amusement park full of rides that we get to go ride and we get to go experience. But when we have ourselves under so much burden, that means we have ourselves under conditional love laws of fear, that we fear that we're going to make a mistake and do something wrong and fail, not be a success, whatever all these mindsets are. And I feel like that's where we're trapped, is in these so many supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts that's being rattled and shaken. And it's to show you that you're in this cage, and that's why you feel restricted and small and, like you said, picked on and all this stuff. Because there are no, spirit doesn't play games on us. Spirit doesn't put us through tests. They're like, no, it's a playground to go play on. So we can go do that. But it's our perception. The big thing with the power of choice, right? I get to choose what story I put in each moment. I'm the one choosing what emotion I feel, and I'm the one that's choosing the energy I'm putting out. So I'm the one that's putting like pretend when we're children. I'm the one that's playing pretend. I'm the one that's putting the story on what's happening. Yeah, we're influenced by all these supposed to's and shoulds and need to's that we've had growing up. But we don't have to do that anymore, and we can change that. And that there's this empowerment that's coming here. And so I feel like that's why they're wanting you just to step out of the cage of all these supposed to's and shoulds and have to's and musts. And what do you want to do? And you're like, I don't know. Well, then just start walking and find out what is next on the scavenger hunt. You'll find one thing, and then it'll take you to another thing. It'll take you to another thing, instead of having to have the entire thing all planned out. So that's what's coming through always, Victoria. I know, but I like it for you, because it's like, um, when we're in fear, we want to control everything because our little child self wants to feel safe and wants everything a certain way. It has to match up to this, so we want to be in control. When we let go of control, that's when we truly start to live, when we stop trying to control everything outside of our control in the outside world. We start focusing on what we can control, which is our thoughts, our emotions, our energy. That's all we can control. Everything else, it's unstable and uncontrollable. It's like trying to herd a bunch of cats. Good luck. So that's what's coming through right now. Always victory. So hang in there, and thank you again for your donation. All right, Miss Honey, love. Hello, hello. You want to know what are Daryl's true feelings and intentions for you? Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. Okay, what else? Okay. So these three and these three and these two. Right. Sorry, my nose is itchy tonight. All right. So his true feelings and intentions. I mean, we've got the Hanged Man here. So I feel like this is like taking forever to unfold, right? It just seems like they're hesitant, like there's this holding back here. The Nine of Swords is, swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, and the Nine of Swords is this, you know, um, um, the fears, the nightmare, the insomnia. There's like all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that keep them, in this little cocoon. They don't want to, get out of it. And so there's been this pause. It just feels like things take forever, right? And let's take a look here and see what's going on inside there. Okay. And what we have here. Okay. So with the Two of Swords here, they they're always at this like crop a fork in the road, right? They're like standing here and they're always just looking at which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? And we've got the crown of swords here, which is the king of swords. So I'm not sure, I can't remember if they are an air sign, but it definitely there's so much air here, out of the nine of swords and these. I feel like they're always in their head, just overthinking, 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 because they are afraid to make a mistake. They're afraid that they're going to choose the wrong person, choose the wrong situation, choose, wrong, and then get judged for it, right? Because we have the 3 of cups, the 3 of vessels here. And the 3 of cups does represent like third party kind of a situation where they're standing here and maybe they feel like they and I don't even feel like maybe necessarily there is a third existing person in the scenario, but that they're it's like it's in the back of their head that, what if there's this dream person that, we all make up that thinking, wow, it's the perfect person, which doesn't exist, right? Like, what if I settle, right? Well, we have that fear too, right? What if I settle for them and there's someone like even so much more for my dream person, right? And I feel like that's this illusion that's keeping them there because they don't wanna make the wrong choice. It's interesting. Yeah, because 'cause they've got the 4 of Wands here, which is the marriage card, that's here, and we've got the Sun, and we've got the 6 of coins. And I feel like what comes in here, Miss Honeylove, is the sun represents like Leo energy and the subconscious, the child self. And it comes back here to the 6 of coins, which when you look at the 6 of coins with an inner child card, this is all about this inner place of not feeling worthy. Like they've got this out of balance, where they always have felt growing up they have to overgive to receive very little back. And as long as is there, no matter what consciously they want, the child self on the inside is keeping with these force fields up, keeping them to be able to give love and to, move in these directions because they don't feel they're worthy enough to be able to do these and to step forward and do that kind of stuff. So, I feel like when you're talking about their true feelings and intentions, I feel like, they've got emotion in here, but they're very much in their head. But the emotion I feel is kept, secure here because of their inner child. Like they can see you being married, they can see this stuff, but the inner child is who rules down, in their subconscious, which puts these force fields and all these things up. So I just feel like these fears of making wrong choices, these fears of not being able to be able to give and receive. There's all this stuff, that's below the surface that I just it's almost like they don't know. It's like they don't know what's going on. They just are like in constant, with this 9 of swords, I just feel like they're in this constant holding pattern and in this fight or flight mode, in and out, in and out, in and out of it. So I don't even know if they quite know what they're feeling and what their intentions are because I don't feel like they it's like their mind is constantly jumping and leaping all over the place, which makes sense because when someone's in fight or flight mode, when we go into fight or flight mode as a human, we go out of our minds. We literally push out the intelligent, compassionate, loving part of our being out of the control room because that little inner child feels unsafe or out of control. It goes, nope, we're going into survival mode. And I feel like they're in constant survival mode. I don't feel like they calm down long enough and are not out of fear long enough to become super clear on what they're feeling and what they want, if that makes sense. So it just feels like they're constantly in and out of their mind, right? So it's very interesting, Miss Honeylove. All right. And I'm not sure, Miss Honeylove, if you know when you retract your message on your donation, it actually takes away your donation too. Um, so just be aware of that because now that donation is not going to come to me. It'll actually be retracted and it won't be withdrawn from your account, whatever. It's okay. It's not supposed to work that way, but it seems to work that way. It's like a glitch that YouTube has. You're not supposed to be able to take back donations, but when you retract your message, it takes it all back. So I know it's not commonly known, but but that's what's coming through. I know. I thought, retract the message. It's like it's not what I wanted to hear either. All right, but no problem. But thank you for the donation. If you do put it back there. Thank you. You're so sweet. All righty. So yeah, I would almost I think you're very, very patient with them. I probably would have moved on a long time ago, but that's what's happening. All right. So James, Helen, thank you so much for your donation. And you said you bought some gifts a while back for Patty. How will it go if you drop them off at her house and leave an anonymous handwritten note attached to it? All right, let's take a look here. I mean, she knows who you are, right? You're not stalking her, right? Because otherwise, that'd just be creepy. I've been watching you and I thought you'd like these gifts. All right, let's take a look here. Okay. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I feel if you did that, the 3 of swords here is, oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, for a while. This is, disappointing feelings. I don't feel like it would work out the way that you think it would with that. Um, I mean, here's all the gifts here. Here's the 10 of cups. Oh, wow. That is great. But here's the gifts. Here's the 10. This is the 10 of cups, which is about abundance and overflowingness. But, we've got the rebirth card here. I almost feel like they're saying to hold on to them because I feel like there's this rebirth that happens and I feel like um you know let me just show you these two because you got the 10 of pentacles, which is abundance and overflowing, and this is all that dream come true in the outside world where normally there's like two people with children and a dog and everything else and all this overflowing here. But what's funny is um in this deck they call the queen's the keeper of the wands. They're like, keep your gifts for right now. I feel like because the queen of wands represents someone who is fiery. It represents someone who's connected to their intuition and to spirit too, and so it's kind of like more of a trust your intuition type of thing. Your gut, not your mind and your heart, that want to drop them off and have a anonymous note and all that. I almost feel like um trust your gut and have intentional gifts that you give over a period of time is what I feel, with all of this. I feel like, putting the gifts and doing an anonymous note, um, it just doesn't feel, I mean, you got the 3 of swords. It's disappointing. That's not going to match the outcome that you're wanting there. I just feel like there's going to be this rebirth that's happening and then, with these two tens, I mean, you've got all this endings and beginnings that are coming up here. And I feel like it's almost like they are going to have some significant endings and beginnings going on in their life, where I feel these gifts would be something special. I'm not sure when, it's not really birthday, it's not really that, it's something that is more in intuition and gut based rather than, you know, uh, then it's almost feels like a plot of the mind, instead of a gut instinct that's coming in. So I feel like that would be the approach that spirit would recommend, is rather than anonymous, that they need to know it's coming from you, because I feel like the gifts that you have are particular to them. They're things that they would enjoy, and that I don't want it's like spirit doesn't want someone else to get credit for it either. I feel like you picked them out specifically, and that um it's just wait, just wait, and you'll know the right time to give them, is what I feel. Because it almost, the energy just doesn't feel right now, if that makes sense. So interesting, interesting. I feel like I want to pull something else here. Yeah, I'm gonna just pull a quick chakra reading card here, because it just feels like there's something more that they want you to know. Okay. Yeah, and you've got, even though it's life purpose, I just feel like, because there's going to be an opening. There's a door is opening here, and so that's what it makes sense with all those other cards, right? This is the throat chakra, which is your action, because your throat is speaking, but it's also your arm's length where your arms are at. So it's also about you taking action. Yeah. So it's right now, this is about life purpose. And I don't feel like the yeah, because it says fear is a natural part of the process of stepping out of your comfort zone, and is often created when you hold yourself back. So if you're waiting for the fear to subside before you start to do what it is that you love, you could be waiting forever. There's a lot in the old saying, feel the fear and do it anyway. It's time for you to dance into your life purpose and to shine your light upon the world. When you listen to your heart and start to plant and water the seeds required to step forward on your path, that's when miracles happen. Unexpected doors open, and opportunities you could never imagine come your way. So when you decide to live your life purpose and walk your own path, the universe is there to meet you with an abundance of blessings. So I just feel like there's going to be this opening in this door, and they're kind of just saying to live your life purpose, and just keep an eye on your heart, because that's where this intuition's going to come in and really nudge you to that open door. So I just feel like there's going to be an opening that comes up where you are able to give her the gifts, and from you in person, where it's not dropping them off and doing that, and it's like facing your fear, right? So I like this for you. So hopefully that makes sense and that resonates. But that's what's coming through. So many blessings to you, James. Again, thank you for your donation. All right, always victory. So thank you for your additional donation here. Chakra card. So why do you feel so upset towards spirit? All right, let's take a look here. So we shall do a chakra card. See, what does spirit? So we've got clarity here. Let me see. I think there's someone, maybe not. I thought there was someone in there, but maybe it's just me seeing things. Whoops. So card number 25. This is your third eye chakra. So it says you have attracted this card into your awareness today because clarity is upon you. And the ability to experience clarity is connected to the third eye chakra. And the more this chakra opens and is activated, the more clarity that you will receive. It's time to see things clearly, to receive the answers you've been searching for. And when our third eye chakra is blocked, it can affect our perception of situations in our lives. You're being encouraged at this time to cleanse and work on strengthening your third eye chakra so it can work to its full potential. There are some great meditations you can do to activate the third eye, and a great crystal to assist uh, you with this is the amethyst. Place the crystal on your third eye point and breathe in its energy to help activate and awaken your chakra. As your third eye opens, you will receive a lot more clarity in your life. And clarity comes when we can understand and clear the confusion around stressful situations in our lives. What in your life requires clearing? It's now time for you to action some clearing. And sometimes our mind creates illusions that stop us from seeing the truth. It is time for you to let go of the thoughts that no longer serve you and come into a place of clarity. So, what we're talking about, right? Letting go of the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve. Once you receive this clarity, you will feel a deeper sense of self and well being in your world. This card can also indicate that it's time to clarify a particular situation in your life. You may have asked a question, and this card is telling you that once you work on finding clarity, the answers will come. And the affirmation for the card is I experience life with divine clarity. So, we were talking about, letting go of, because it's our mind that clogs us. It's our mind that has us attached to all those fears of losing conditional love, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection. And when those things happen, when we're faced with them and we're asked to question them and remove them from our lives, we go into fight or flight mode because our little child self is like, no, this is what I feel safe. I love this cage. It's like a dog that, if you have had like a puppy that you've kept it in a kennel all its life growing up, it doesn't sleep in bed with you. It goes into the kennel. It feels comfortable. It likes the safety of the kennel and it doesn't want to sleep, like on the bed. It usually goes like, nope, I'm going to my kennel. And that's kind of how we are too, because we develop this sense of security in our belief systems. And when we have all of these, and we are taught a lot that, you know, everything that happens in our life is creator spirit, bringing it into our lives. But it's almost like it's um, to us. We're taught that this happens to us when really spirit, they are the going, we're just following your energies, right? And whatever energies we're putting out. And so we get angry at spirit with creator. We get upset when things aren't unfolding the way we think they should or supposed to or need to or have to, but it's because it's not, it's all these expectations that we've been taught. And when they don't happen, it's like there's a wonderful lady, Byron Katie. I talked to her about her quite a bit, but one of my favorite sayings of hers is when our thoughts and beliefs that we've been given battle reality, they lose, but only 100% of the time. And it's a freeing thing because when we realize, you know, it's not about what happens in our life that matters so much as to what story we are putting to it, what emotion we're putting to it, what energy we're putting into it. And so we get angry, and we get angry at other people and at creator or whoever when we're in fear, because that's fight or flight. It's the fight. The anger is the fight. It's like, what does this mean if this isn't true or whatever? And it's like, yeah, what is, you know? Because eventually it's like the Ten of Swords card. We get tired enough, sick and tired of feeling sick and tired enough where we just want to chunk all the rules and throw them out. And that's when we truly turn inward and upward and we find unconditional love from the higher realms. And instead of identifying and defining our worth by all these rules that we were taught growing up, instead we define ourselves by unconditional love, no conditions, right? Eternal love. And that just changes our whole perspective of things. It frees us from these cages of, that we have to do. And if you don't, then you fail, and it means you're a failure, it means you're not worthy, it means you're unlovable, blah blah blah, all the cred that we're given around it. I call them those conditional love laws. When we're under the law, then we feel fear of punishment. And if we fear punishment, then when something happens and it's not unfolding the way we think it should, then we have to blame someone else. Because usually we're in an all or nothing kind of mentality when we are in our law mode, because it's either we are either perfect or we're a failure. There's really no gray in between, it's black and white. So if we feel we're failing, we can't say, oh no, this is their fault. This is their fault. This is their fault. But when we realize there are no rules, we're unconditionally loved, I can go play in the park instead of, you know, um, trying to live off this list that someone made of first you must go to the slide, then you must go to the seesaw, and you must seesaw exactly 2.5 times. No more, no less, all these rules, right, that come in. So I feel like this is what is coming in, and that's where this, the anger that we have towards the spirit. Um, and it's so funny. I just saw that you asked, "What am I not seeing clearly?" And you got the clarity card. I mean, it's like, okay, but this is the letting go of those and setting yourself free. I just feel is it even mentioned it in that card too. But that's what's coming through. So hang in there, always victory. So hopefully that brought clarity there. And if not, then I encourage it's, when we're upset, then we, taking deep breaths and stepping back allows us to return back. Because when we go into fight or flight mode and become angry, we knock out our adult, intelligent, compassionate, loving out. And we're going into a 2-year-old with their pet cat mode, right? So, okay. All right, very good. And again, thank you so much for your donations, and hang in there. I know this is a wonderful time. I know it doesn't feel like it, but there's this door about to open up. You're about to step out of the kennel, and like a little puppy who's been kept in the kennel all day long, and you're about to just have this free feeling of running in the flowers and the um, ears flopping in the wind. Like how little puppies just smiling, they're so happy. And I really feel this is what's coming for you. Alrighty, so that is what they have. Hang in there. James, thank you so much for your additional donation. You want to know, is Patty attracted to you? Does she want to be your girlfriend? Let's take a look here, see what is going on with Patty here. Wow, there's a lot of fire coming in here. But you have the full card. She's in this new adventure, this opening without a lot of expectations, you know. Um, We've got the Keeper of Coins, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like she's been in here. Here's all these keys, because here's another key. You got the Keeper, got the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and this the key unfolding here where it's like they're on this journey of self-discovery, right? But they don't want a bunch of old roles and they don't want to go back to old ways. They want to end old cycles and begin new things. So I feel like they have changed. I feel you have changed. And I feel like there is this possibility coming in here because we've got the Wheel of Fortune here, which means even your human side feels like it would be fortunate um, to kind of reach out here because you've got the Magician, and the Magician is about taking action. It's about movement. It's about focusing your energy, right? And I just feel like it has to do all with so much of your own energy of how you're approaching it, where you're investing it, um, and so I feel like with the full card there is this opportunity, but the full card is leaving behind all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, and kind of having a fresh start, if that makes sense. Because the full card is like, yeah, we're starting back at zero and starting new. And I almost feel like, she got the keeper, sorry, the keeper of wands and coins is the queen, that they are looking for this new birth. They're looking for this newness. And I just feel like if you approached them and said, I would just, you know, can we start fresh and new? I'm not sure how, bad it was, the breakup, or if it was a long time ago. I'm sorry, I just need to take a quick drink here. Mm, that's what they're giving me, the tickle in your throat because of the you had the throat chakra. Speaking, speaking truth, speaking up, allow yourself to be heard. And I feel like if you approach them and just say, I'd like to, is it, would you be willing just to go hang out? It doesn't need to be a date. Doesn't have to have a, title on it, but just if they would think of this, because I feel like there's opening here. I don't feel like, I feel like they're with the Queen of Wands, there is attraction there. Because that's the fire, that's the attraction, that's the passion. I feel that's there. And I feel with the Queen of Pentacles that they are open to a new birth, right? A newness of things, but not going back. Definitely not going back to the way things were. And you both are so different by looking at the cards here too. And I just feel like take a chance. I like the dice here too. It's not really a chance with the Wheel of Fortune because whatever unfolds here, it's like your human um feels that it's the tune of for you. It's the for tune where you feel like, wow, this happened and it's great for me. And I feel like whatever the outcome with, and I feel like it's stepping up here with the Magician card is that's the action, that's the movement, that this is something that that your human side is going to be happy with. So it either progresses and turns into something, or it releases you, and you feel this, and you're able to move forward. I just feel like in either case, there's nothing to be afraid of. That your human is going to be like, I'm okay with this, and now I know, and now I'm going to move forward. Or, wow, I'm so glad that I stepped up and mentioned this, and then here we move forward. So I definitely feel like there's attraction there. The girlfriend part, I feel like they don't want titles or anything right now. They just want to be able to, step forward and go on an adventure and just see how things unfold. And they want to, it's like they want to not so much, not so much, have you prove yourself to them. or anything like that. I just feel like they just want this freedom to let things unfold. They just don't want the pressure um there, if that makes sense. They just want to get to know each other again in a new way, and but not have the, you know, um expectations breathing down the neck, because that just sucks the oxygen out of the relationship, and psst, it puts out the flame, right? When a flame doesn't have any oxygen in it. So hopefully that makes sense. It felt very, um, it's almost like the nervousness of talking to her about it, I was feeling it. I was feeling your nervousness of, which is fear of rejection, but I feel like your higher self and your spiritual posse are going, just go for it. You're going to be fine either way, and you're going to be glad either way. It's better to bring it up and, just say, "Hey, would you like to hang out?" And 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 just let it unfold and see how it goes without, you know um talking, "Did you ever think about getting back together and having married and having children, and da, da, da," you know ah! If they're, just wanting to see how things unfold. So I almost feel like, there's role reversal a little bit of like, are wanting more freedom instead of, commitment at this point. I just feel like they have a lot going on in their life, but they also want just to see how things unfold, and they just don't want to be caged, is what I feel. So that is what is coming through, James. I hope that makes sense, and hopefully you didn't have a heart attack when I said you should, that they what are encouraging you to step forward and just ask her out, just to hang out. It doesn't have to be a date. Just say, "Would you like to go hang out? I would just like to chat with you for a while and catch up," and let it be free. Takes the pressure off of you and takes the pressure off of them, and you just get to hang. And that's what I feel is coming through. So hang in there, James. Hang in there. All righty. And again, thank you so much for your additional donation there. All right. Hey, Renee. Look, I got both of your emails right away. Yay. See, it makes us so appreciative when things work out well when they don't. Uh, you know, so thank you so much for your double donations. And let's take a look here. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be annoyed. Do you want me to act annoyed? Renee, what are you doing? No, I I just pull cards. I don't, get annoyed, um, very easily, if at all. But let's take a look here. You're so funny. So let's take a look here and see. Question number 1, the boss. Dun, dun, dun. Episode 3, the event. Let's take a look here. All right. Anything else? Yep. All right. Yeah, nothing too bad here. The 9 of Cups is like wish fulfillment and very, you know, happy. And the Apprentice of Wands is the Page of Wands, which is, very excited, a lot of energy. And so I feel like that they viewed you as like you were very happy to be there, and also, that you were very energetic, very forthcoming, very fiery. As usual. So it feels very positive here that, here they had their eye on you. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it just feels like very like celebrating. Did you eat a lot of food? Did you eat a lot of the snacks? They saw you eating like all the snacks. No, I'm just kidding. But they have this, it's very positive cards. So they must have been in a good mood. Were they drinking? I think they were drinking. Yeah, no, that was a joke anyway. I just saw all the food. Was it a potluck? No, but I like that, they just saw that they saw you as having a good time and very energetic and all that. But that is funny, right? That they probably were drinking and that's why they were in a good mood because depends on how they're feeling, right? They felt good. Everyone was having a good time. But that's what coming through there. So let's take a look here. And then your second question here. And will anyone you meet at the event lead to your next? Oh, what a great question. Let's take a look here and see. You know, we've got the temperance, the balancing here, and the ace of swords is communication and ideas, but I feel like this is more them saying, just wait, things are unfolding. You're gonna get new communication. You're gonna get from a different, higher source. So I don't feel like it's at this event here. I feel like the timing, the temperance, things are unfolding, but I don't feel like it's from someone at this event. It just feels later with this temperance because it's like, no, this is being paused. The stuff will start picking up here. The communication is yet to come. So I don't feel like it's coming from this event here. You're like, it's still August, right? Still August. Let's take a look here. uh, yes, the world victory, the ending and new beginning happening in August. You've got the Ace of Wands, the new passion, the new desire coming in. I know you don't have to apologize or explain. I totally understand. And then the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is this, um, it's a overflowing, balanced energy, coming in, so I like that. Um, with the 6 of Cups, is flowing emotion, in August, so, I like it. But yeah, Ace of Wands on the World card, endings and new beginnings happening in August, so that would be a, affirmative for that. Alright, and then you wanna know, number 4, what are Mister's plans for the summer? Anything else? Alright, let's see what they've got going on here. Wow, so they plan on working a lot this summer. You're like, "I know, right?" Well, because 'cause we've got the 9 of swords and we've got the 5 of swords, so they've got a lot of expectations that they're trying to live up to. They got a lot in their mind, and I feel the reason why I felt it was work was because of the 8 of coins, the 8 of pentacles. They've been putting in a lot of work, and they've been fearing failing here, you know? And so that's why they've been investing so much into their work and into trying to, move forward. And it's going to um, benefit them with the 8 of coins because they've been putting in the blood, the sweat, and the tears, and even have the 5 of cups here, which, had them focusing on some past failures. Um, but I feel this is really work, 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 work. So there's telling you that there's a lot of work related stuff, but it does start moving here. It means that they've put in the time, and then the gift is coming there for them. So I feel like their plans are, mainly work, 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 work. Yeah, and they got the Wheel of Fortune unfolding too. Um, yeah. So, I feel like that's like the big plans. Oh, for us this summer. Sorry. So they do have a lot of that. I felt like that's what they wanted to talk to you about first was, you know, that they have a lot going on with their work. So try not to feel like they're trying to fit you in between the important things. Um, but that they just it's such an important big thing of theirs, yeah. And then but for you, for us, for you guys together here, he has the king of wands, so a lot of passion, a lot of movement, a lot of that, right? Yeah, right. And you're like, you can appreciate that because you're like, just remember when I'm working this hard, it's right. And we've got the judgment card, which is wanting things to move higher, wanting things, to go to a higher level, because this is usually our higher selves calling us to this higher level. And we've got the star card, wish fulfillment, hope, wonderful, wishing upon a star type of energy. So I like it. There's a lot of hope. They have a lot of hope. They have a lot of passion, and a lot of wanting to take things higher. But it is a matter of balancing everything that's going on in both of your work lives and your pursuits, and finding time and making time for each other, which they definitely want to do with the King of Wands. Um, but there's this balancing aspect of they have this hope and this dream of being able to do it, and I like that. Yeah, and it wouldn't hurt for you to share with them too. I love a hardworking man if you haven't already. So I do like that. All right. And then you also had mentioned in the spotlight. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to reshuffle these to refresh their energy here. All right. Good, 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 good. All right. You can appreciate a hard um, working man. All right. Let's take a look at. So you're talking about being in the spotlight. What's all that about? It's too funny. And I just put this card back in here. But here's the star in the spotlight. So you definitely that would confirm that you definitely are going to be in a place of standing out. And let's take a look here. Yeah. Well, you do have this ending and new beginning that's coming in here. And I feel like the spotlight has to do more with where you're headed and where you're going. I just feel like um I feel like it's more of you standing out, not so much like a true spotlight, like you're on stage and doing that type of thing, so much as it is that you, yeah, right, that you are standing out among others, and it does come up with this ending and beginning that you're having. That it does put you out there. It does put you in a position where um, well, of course, when you're the new person, but I feel like the new responsibilities that you have do put you in front of people, that, uh, where you lead things, like you're in front of people where you lead things. And I feel like that's where the spotlight comes in here. I mean, you got the crown of vessels, which is the king of cups, balancing heart and mind. And here is the justice. Oh, maybe are you gonna go on trial somewhere? I'm just kidding. Stay out of jail. Don't do anything extreme. No, but this is about seeing things from a higher perspective and cutting away your fears and all that. And so there's this wonderful balancing that's coming in. Yeah, no, it doesn't mean that. That would be fun. Not that would not be funny. I knew her back when she was outside of jail, but now she's a celebrity. Maybe she'll do a book when she gets out. No, that's totally jokes. But I feel like it's, it has to do with all of this that's coming in, this changing, these things that are coming in for you, that really puts you, the crown of vessels, again, the king. It feels like, being put in charge of things and being put in, where, again, I just see you over people, not like, um, hovering, but like, um, you're leading people. You might even have direct reports where you're put in the limelight. You are put in ahead of things where, and I really feel, I think we talked about this before too, that when you get this new job, that you just move up fast, because of your abilities and recognition of your accomplishments. And I feel like you just kind of make leaps and leaps, and that also puts you in the spotlight too. So I like it for you. I don't feel like it's anything um truly on stage. I just feel like you stand out, in positive ways, with what's coming up. So that's what's coming in, for you, Renee. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel like you're put in, whatever job this is that it is progression, right? It's like you come in and they're like, "Who's that? Why did they get that position?" And it's just like, "Oh, okay. Now we see why she got that position." And you just naturally shine, anyway. Um so I like it for you, but it's all positive, and but it's nothing, publicly in a spotlight. It just, you stand out. So I like it. So that's what's coming through. Again, thank you so much for your donations. You are so sweet. I really appreciate all your donations, and many blessings. I know, right? Cheers. All right. And so we will continue here. Got it. All right, very good. So we left off with double, triple, quadruple X a while ago, and we are back. So back to the free readings, and we are you want to know all is well. I hope you are well as well, and you just want to know what's coming down the road here for you. So let's take a look and see what does Spirit wants you to know here. Okay. They actually want me to switch decks here. So we're going to give them a break, and we are switching over to the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So, what would you like? Double, triple, quadruple X? Yep, here they are. All right. Well, I like this. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow movement coming, but the Six of Wands is victory. It is being seen. It is standing out, as well. So you do have this feeling of victory, a feeling of successes and things that you've been wanting to accomplish. There is at least one that happens here. And I feel like it comes in out of nowhere. This hummingbird is really standing out, just like kind of zipping in, like it comes in out of nowhere. So it's like it feels like something's been taking its good old time, and then all of a sudden zip in really fast, and here it is. Juan's energy too is fast energy, fiery energy, and the six is flowing. So I do like this for you. So whatever the something's been taking, like it seems like forever, you're gonna feel the victory come out of nowhere, and I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, double, triple, quadruple X. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. We've got Sterling. Hello, hello, Sterling L. And you want to know what are Kenneth's true feelings and intentions towards you? So we'll take a look here and see what the human Kenneth, because there's always higher, intentions, above, behind the scenes, right? So let's take a look here. Wow, are these got a lot of swords? So they don't have a lot of feelings that are being expressed, a lot in their mind, though, because we've got the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So two royals in the mind suit, the mindsets, thoughts, beliefs. expectations types of things here. And their intentions, I do feel they're balancing their heart and their mind. So there is some feeling there because the queen, she rolls over the swords, but all the queens are given a second portion, which is emotion. So there is these emotions, but they're very, very balanced. And there is movement of thought and planning and ideas. So intentions are changing. The way they're perceiving things are changing here. Um, which I like that their heart, it's almost like their heart is screaming trying to get their attention because they've got all this mental stuff that's happening, but their heart has been feeling left out. It's like who put the heart outside and let the heart outside, but forgot to let it come back in, right? So it's been making a lot of noise, and so I feel like their intentions are changing, and it's moving more. I just feel like it feels new to them, and it may not feel new to you, but I feel like it's new to them where they're just like, it feels like it's been taking um, time for their heart to get their mind's attention. And so their heart finally is like, okay, finally I get to start feeling. So it's like their mind has been moving and a lot of stuff going on inside their head, but now their heart is finally starting to feel, so it feels new to them. And then they're trying to figure out what they want to do next. I just feel like it feels so new. They're like, well, let's just see how things go. And you might have been like, your heart might have been, in it a long time ago, and you're like, oh my god, are you serious? But this is what's coming in. So it feels like their heart is finally let in the house. And so the heart is having a say so, where it was totally mind before, but it's the mind that is still controlling things. So the heart is not in control, the mind is, but at least it's paying attention more to the heart, I guess is a good way to say it. So that's what's unfolding. I don't feel like they have any set, um, like all these plans for the future types of things. I think they're still trying to figure out what it is that they want in life in general. So it's very, very cerebral, if that makes sense. But that's what's coming through there, Sterling. So many blessings to you for now. We'll see what happens and how it will progress there. Ooh, got some dark, spooky clouds outside. Of course, well, it is 8 o'clock at night here, so it's getting dark anyway. But all right, Sagittarius 21. If suddenly it goes out, that means lightning hit. All right, Sagittarius 21. You'd like to know your Aquarius's next actions for you. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, no surprise, we've got a lot of air energy here, being Aquarius being an air sign. And we've got the Emperor and we've got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is, new communication, new thoughts, new beliefs, new ideas. And the Emperor here does have them taking control, not listening to everyone else and them standing up and making decisions. Aries energy too, which is about newness, new things coming in. So I do feel like they've have had new thoughts, and I love the the um this flower that's everywhere that people tend not to like, which is very healthy for us. But you make a wish and blow on it, right? And dandelion, geez. And so there's this, blowing on that, and it's like they have new ideas of wishes, and I kind of feel like there is this movement towards you with this. So they're it feels like they're finally stepping up and making some decisions to move forward and to make wishes known. And so something sparked them, that Aries energy. It just feels like it's come to the place now where they're like, okay, I've thought it over, I've analyzed enough, and now I'm ready to take things to another level, to step forward, and find out more. I feel like they're really we're trying to figure out what their wishes are, and also confirming that what your wishes are. Because I feel like they don't do things unless they know they're going to be successful at them, and so they super analyze and investigate, and they want to make feel secure before they step forward, if that makes sense. So that is what I feel is coming through Sagittarius 21. Hopefully that makes sense to you, and many blessings to you. That's what they have. And CC Lindsay, hello, hello. A general love reading for the month of June. All right, well, here we go. Things are a flying here. Well, there is this balancing energy here in June because the 10 of Wands here, you can see this poor person has all this burden of all this energy of trying to do too much, investing energy in so many things, but it's a good one because it's an ending and a new beginning. It's like, okay, I'm whittling away where I'm investing all this energy, and I'm going to focus in on one thing. And so there's this freedom that comes here. So wherever you've been investing a lot of energy, maybe um, you know, in I don't know, I don't necessarily feel multiple people, but maybe there is multiple people that have been not all romantic, but a lot of people been asking for your energy, and it's time to bring it all back to you, so you can focus on the one flower that's most important, which is your love, your self-love, but also that allows you to focus your energy and get clarity. We've got the balancing card here too with the two pentacles, because I feel like just your energy's been out of balance. It just feels like everyone's been demanding your attention. And when you feel this, I don't want to say it's frenzied, but it just feels like everyone has just been me next, me next, me next. And you're just like, I don't have the energy to focus on me. And it's time for you. June is a month of, okay, all the urgency things may not be important, so you can let those s- fall away, or push them away for a little bit, and just push them off. Give yourself the space to balance. I just feel like I was talking like very, very fast, and now it's like time to slow down and really decide what it is you want and where I want to invest my energy instead of trying to do too much, and allows this balance to come in. And this is what allows the opening and the space for love. I don't feel like there's any space for love right now. I just feel like your energy is like, no, I've got all this stuff to do. And once you create the space for love, that's what invites the love towards you, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you, CC Lindsay. So many blessings. I'm looking forward to this calmness for the month of June for you. And you can also check out your June monthly reading by zodiac sign too. If you know your Venus sign, check out that reading because there'll be additional information there for that as well. All right. So many, many blessings to you. And I think always victory. Did we already cover the. All right. You're welcome. All right, always victory. I will come back and I will pull an oracle for your finances. You made donations, which we did those, but I don't think we talked about finances. But I shall return because I did get a donation, so I shall come back. Thank you, EE, for your donation. Appreciate that. And will your new business be successful? Let's take a look here. Hey, Intuitive Enlightenment, welcome, welcome. All right, so will your new business be successful? What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Well, I like it. I like it. I like it. We've got the star card, which is yeah, hopeful. Hope celebration, wishing upon a star. Four of Wands, very stable, solid energy. It's like celebration, joy. So we definitely there is this, you know, success there. It's very positive cards here. I pulled four more, and they named June, July, August, September. So these are the next 4 months. And let's take a look here. So for the month of June, they're the High Priestess, which is the hidden, the unknown, but it's also about stepping back, making sure you're connecting to the higher realms, looking behind the scenes, diving deep, trusting your gut, trusting your instincts during this month. So, month of June, really follow your gut, but connect to your higher self. And if you're unsure of decisions to make, you can ask spirit and your posse for signs, synchronicities, for answers, information, because they are more than willing to help, but we just have to ask for their assistance because they honor our free will and our power of choice. So, it's like a they always show me a 2-year old trying to pour milk into a glass, the first time. And they need to learn and they want to grow. And so they're like, let me do it. And so, spirit goes, "All right, yeah, we'll let you do that, but let's go get the paper towels and the mops and the rags. Let's get ready." Because when a 2-year-old first tries to pour a big pitcher of milk into a little cup, more milk ends up outside of the cup, right? But while it's happening, if they're like, "Uh-oh," they're like, "Help," they'll help immediately, right? And so that's what they're asking in the month of June for you there. Wow, yeah. And then July comes in. The Eight of Wands is a lot of information, a lot of fast movement, a lot of activity. And I always like to look at it like this way, like they look like satellite dishes too, which is a lot of information and signs and stuff coming from spirit as well. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of energy, a lot of passion being expressed, but also try to be cognizant of all the messages from spirit around you too, because they are giving you signs and synchronicities um, along your path there too. June, July, and then August. Well, Four of Pentacles. I like August too. Four of Pentacles, very solid foundation in the outside world. So it's a good thing. It's think of a dining room table with four huge legs on it. It's a solid foundation. So August feels really solid in Pentacles, the outside world. So I like that. And then September as well. September, you have the World card, which is a victory, a wholeness. It's also endings of old cycles and beginning of new as well. So I feel like there are, you know, you're feeling abundance. Things feel like they're moving forward, but you're also realizing it's those beginning stages, right? Where you're like, you know what, I thought this would be a good idea, but yeah, maybe not. But I'm going to add this, and it's where you're tweaking and making things. But you're seeing success, and you're letting go of the things that aren't successful, that aren't worth the time and investment. Cost benefit analysis, right? You're like, you know what? For as much energy as we're putting in, we're not really profiting from this thing. But more of this, let's invest more in that instead. So you're making alterations there as well. So I like this for you, EE. Um, very, very bright cards. And I like the June and July, where you're really trusting your intuition and connecting with spirit and asking for signs. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. So that's what's coming through. I think again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. And kudos to your new endeavor, right? All right. So many blessings. All right. So always victory. Let's take a look here in Oracle for your finances, because I don't think we covered that, did we? Let me just make sure here, because you made a few donations. So I just don't want to repeat things to you. A few, yeah, and we didn't cover that. So I'm going to pull an Oracle here, and we're going to go back to the unicorns. The unicorns want to speak about abundance here. or your finances. So you've got imagination. Beautiful bright card there. There we go. And it says, envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. I like it. The imagination, we're kind of going back to that, like Ace of Wands, where you focus your energy in, right? Because it says your imagination was once wild, free, and magical. And deep in your heart, you believe that anything was possible. Then you grew older and were told to live in the real world. That's all those thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets we were talking about earlier, too. You were told to take sensible action, to be responsible, to learn facts and figures instead of dwelling in daydreams. You were led to believe that hard work was the only way to get results. This thinking cut you off from your magic and blocked you from using one of your most powerful manifesting tools. Now the winged horse is calling you to soar back into the realms of your imagination and to use daydreaming as a powerful way to create your reality. Return to your childlike mind that was full of wonder and to your beliefs in magic and miracles. Instead of being limited by reason, allow yourself to fly high into the possibilities and believe you can be, do, and have anything. If you can see it happening in your mind, it can become real in the physical. So spend time each day to powerfully dream of what you want and let imagination activate feelings of joy, delight, gratitude, amazement, and surprise, as if your wildest dreams have already come true. Let those feelings flood your body and stream them back to the universe. Give thanks in advance and surrender the how to the divine. And this card also encourages you to go even higher with your dreams and to trust they are closer than you think. Have patience and don't give up right before your vision manifests. So, yeah, that does go into the, letting go of the old mindsets, the old ways of thinking. Because before all that, when we were young children, before we are told all the no, 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 and the supposed to be, and the should be, and the need to be, we thought anything was possible. And I like that. So they're saying that you can return back to that, place of feeling that with your finances, anything is possible. And you can start with focusing on what you're grateful for with your finances in your life. And then that tells the universe you want even more to be grateful for in your finances. So, and then if you're focused on what we feel is missing, we go back to that where we're telling the universe with our energy, I enjoy missing finances. Can you take more away? Because I just love it. So, whatever we focus on is what's growing there. So, that is what they have for you. Always victory. If you're still hanging out with us here. All right. And then up next, we got Andre 54 Hector. What does Spirit want you to know about how to strengthen your spiritual gifts and love life? Let's take a look here. Yeah. So, to strengthen your spiritual gifts, you have the Hierophant here, which is all this invitation to dive deep into yourself and connect to your higher self. It's the search of discovering who you truly are and what you truly want in life and releasing yourself from, the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the small t truths that are rooted in the fears of failure, the fears of losing conditional love, and all of that we're taught. This is really discovering who you are. And the more time we spend on an inward, upward search, the more we realize how much this world is full of lies. It's the small t truths rooted in fear that we're so much more than this human character. The Two of Wands shows you that there's this world and then there's the bigger world, and whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. What's what I was just talking about with always victory too. Whenever we focus in on what we're grateful for, that's what strengthens and expands things. Strengthening the spiritual gifts, One of the things, like when we focus on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter and gratitude, that's the frequency at which spirit speaks and exists. And so when we focus our energy on that, that grows our spiritual gifts. It grows our self love, which also impacts every area of our life. Because the more we're focused on what we're grateful for and all that love, we draw in things that are um, vibrating at that same higher vibration, that higher love vibration. When we're in fear, that's the two of wands. We have a choice. Every moment's either of unconditional love and all that, or of the fear of losing conditional love and these other lower vibrational energies. And when we focus on those things, we draw in things that match that. So if you want to strengthen your spiritual gifts and your love life, it's what we focus on each moment. And then we're taught to focus on our fears, what we're going to lose out of our life, what fear of what will come into our life, and then our energy draws things in and repels things out. But it could also draw in higher vibrational things if we focus on that, make that our habit. I talk about on the channel a bit here of, whenever I want to change a habit of mine, I use my phone because we have our phones with us all the time almost, right? So if you set a vibrating silent alarm on your phone to come back to gratitude or whatever you're wanting to focus on, do it for every waking hour. Don't have it wake up in the middle of the night and you become a grump, a grouch because you're tired. Do it for every waking hour and do it every half hour, every hour, however fast you want to change your habit. Because how do we change a habit? Repetition. We keep going back to that because we keep on going back to our fears. We need something to draw us back to where this becomes our habit instead of this. So I feel like that's what's coming through on Drea 54 or 54 Hector. So many blessings to you. Hopefully that helps. All right. So cheery. Hello, hello. I'm just going to take a quick sip here. Excuse me. So cheery. We see you having your own biological kids? You don't want any, but if you have one, do we see you being happy? Oh, you wanna adopt. That's awesome. There's a lot of children that want to be adopted. Your fears come true. No, we have the 9 of swords here. And so the 9 of swords, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, nightmare, insomnia card. But yeah, the 3 of pentacles. Be true to the authentic you. I feel like that um, that whatever fears you have around this, that you don't have to worry. I mean, you get to choose for you. You get to be true to your authentic self. That you staying true to what you're wanting doesn't impact your life in a negative way. You can let the fears go with this here. So you can adopt. Um, yeah, I like it. The birds here. So, like, here's you, and it's like, here's the birds. These are not yours. These are obviously even a different species, but I just feel like you're loving on individuals, these gifts that were given to you, which is how you'll look at your adopted children. So I don't see, um, it didn't have any birthing cards and all that. It's just more of that you don't you get to be true to your authentic you. So that's you adopting and not having children. So I like it. That is what they have for you, Cheery. So many, many blessings to you. No, LA, you can only change it once and you've already changed it. So no, you cannot. Of course you can. Just pop it down below and I will so I'll hold off on your reading and I'll come back to you here in a sec. But for the sake of time, I will jump to lovely Lovey. Hello, hello. Lovely Dudette. When will there be a reconciliation between EH and her children? All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want us to know. All right. Well, I feel like there will be with the 10 of cups. So there is this joy and this coming together. So I feel like there will be, but it does take some working out here. We've got the 5 of cups and moving into the 6 of pentacles. There's a give and take that has to happen here, and it has to deal with allowing emotions to be felt. I feel like there's some suppressed emotions, some stuff that's people have not allowed themselves to feel and transform. And I just feel like there's going to be this give and take that comes in here, and that it takes some people to really transform their emotions here. So I feel, there's not like a set time frame. There's so many people involved. It feels like that the energies, it varies. Like I feel like there's not like all of a sudden everyone reconciles. It's like blink. It's almost like this dripping here. It's like one at a time, not all at once. It's like drip, 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 and I just feel it unfolds over time. How many children does she have? One, two, three, four. Oh, it's six, 6 drops for 6 pentacles, but, um, I feel like it just slowly, each one, it takes time for it to unfold. And they're not giving an exact, it's not like a fated event that has to happen. The reconciliation here, I even heard that some of them it's gonna be after death, that they reconcile. It's not like not all of them reconcile while she's alive, that, 1 or 2 are on the other side, and there's not a fated event, there's not a fated time. It's, so much is still open, there's a huge range with them here that it's not required. Reconciliation is not required for them for the other fated events in their life, so it's totally up to each individual person. Um, so it's all up in the air. So not a whole lot of, clarity there, I know, but, it just know that it's everyone's gonna is on their path, and some will reconcile while she's here, other will reconcile while they're on the other side, and, but it's all perfect. I feel like with the messages coming in. So that is what they have for you, lovely lovey. So many blessings to you. And hey, Felicia, you'll be up next for the next free reading. But I'm going to bounce down to LA's question here. Yeah, but it'll be perfect. It'll be perfect. It always unfolds for our highest, right? All right. So, LA, is Gus going to be your lawyer until the very end? Or is he going to drop you once he reads all of your medical files? He's a trial lawyer and he kept saying he's doing you a favor, so you're a bit nervous. He only deals with high profile cases, so you're convinced why he's even taking your small claims court goes. I think that's good. Okay, let's take a look here. So, is Gus going to be your lawyer to the very end? All right, whoa. Cards are a flying. I see here we've got the Emperor here, and the 8 of Wands. So it doesn't feel like, the Emperor feels very regal and very, but the 8 of Wands represents like messages from spirit. And it's funny because you talk about your spirit guides, right? And there's this, wonderful, energies with this. It's like the communication that will come in, with the satellite dishes here. And the Emperor, Aries energy, um, a lot of fire, a lot of movement here. I'm just gonna pull one clarity here because I feel like with this Aries new energy, I feel like there is movement. Let me see what the movement is. Is it someone new that comes in here? Yeah, didn't we have that where I feel like someone new comes in here. We got the King of Cups, someone who's balanced of heart and mind. And I feel like they do hand you hand you over to someone, but it's someone who is very balanced in heart and mind and capable. But I feel like here with this Aries energy, I just feel like um, that I don't feel like they drop you. Like maybe they have like like someone who works with them that they end up actually going to the trial for you. Um it's like if they have partner, in with them, that they end up because it's their expertise or something like that. It just feels very balanced here. It's someone who has great emotional approach and mind as well, but I feel like little Mr. Emperor here, which I feel is Emperor Gus, that they make a decision, um, and they communicate it with you, but it happens fast, and they're like, "You know what? I read over your stuff and they are an expert in this. So I really feel it's in your best for like what we have them actually do the presentation or something like that. It's like that type of thing. But I feel like it's the King of Cups is not a bad person to have in your corner. But I feel Emperor Gus does make a decision. But it's still in their office, it's still under their name, um, and they're still like involved in it, but they have them go to trial for you, or that they're tag teaming, if that makes sense, where they just need help with it too, and so they bring in this other person that's like their partner, or they work with them, work for them, maybe kind of information there. But don't be nervous. I feel it's all for it. Nervousness is fear, and we're learning to choose not to fear, right? We're not focusing on our fears. We're focusing on our gratitudes, right? So take a deep breath and and redirect in that direction. All right. So that's what they have coming in there for you, LA. So I don't have any alarms going off. No little red alarm like your post. It seems calm. It's balanced. So that's good. All righty. All right. So I do have a couple donations that came in. So thank you so much, Christy, for your donation. And you took your advice and you just did it. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun. Let's see, what did you say here? Oh, very good. So did Spirit see you getting the job that you applied at today? All right. Let's take a look here. And I'm so proud of you, Christy. Way to go. And of course, it's Spirit's advice. I just have to always clarify that, right? Because don't listen to this human. This human doesn't know what they're doing, right? All right. Yes, LA. Very good. All right. Now, Pedia, you'll be up next after Christy. Thank you so much. Right. Let's take a look here. All right. Yep. I like it, Christy. Because you've got this death and rebirth, and the Queen of Pentacles is a new birth. So this is definitely, it's time for this change, this rebirth that's coming in, ending a new beginning, fruitfulness, birth, definitely there. And then we also have the World card, which would be also significant endings of old cycles and new beginnings, like the Death card. But you're headed off into a new world. And the Queen of Wands, you really are going to shine bright here, because this is you, with your, ruling over the Wands energy, your where you're focusing your energy. She's seen, people are attracted. She's able to get things done and move, 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 right? And then there is this second part of the queen. She rolls over the wand suit, but then she also gets a second portion of water. So this connection to spirit that comes in here as well, this just like flows in, it flows in, it flows in, and it guides you. She's able to super focus and get things done too. So very successful. I love this energy that comes in here. And then it happens very quick too, because we've got the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving horse. It's the horse on fire, and the Six of Wands, victory, um, being seen. And again, both of these fast moving energy, I mean, a hummingbird, zip, 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 zip. So I feel like things are going to move very, very quickly. And they get a hold of you, letting you know that you've got the position and this is the start date. And this is what you need you to do. I just feel like things just move very, very fast. So I like it. All positive cards here that are coming in. So I'm excited for you, Christy. It is definitely great, great signs that are coming in there. So many, many blessings, and let us know how it goes, because I love this. But that's what's coming in. So many blessings for you, and congratulations. I want to be the first one to congratulate you. All right. So, and I know you'll keep us informed here. No, Rhonda, I haven't yet. I'm making my way down, but I've had some donations, so not yet, not yet. All right, Elpedia, you are up next. And thank you for your donation. Anyone know, how can you know the current energies of Dr. Saeed, your supervisor to you? Does he think you'll finish your PhD in 2024? All right, let's take a look here. Okay, whoops. Okay. I haven't finished. I haven't done it yet, Rhonda. So if that's what you mean, you're listening like right now, not trying to listen to your reading. I get it. I'm slow. I'm a little slow. All right. So, the energies of Dr. Saeed here, we have the king, sorry, the Knight of Pentacles, which is, progress. They see you making progress. They see you going along there. And you've got the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind. So I don't feel like they don't have any concerns. I think they are seeing you making the progress. You're doing the steps. They just see you being consistent with this energy here. Um, the Hermit card here, I feel like the Hermit is, of course, someone who pulls inward and upward, and they keep to themselves. And I feel like this is how they perceived you before. Like they thought you were someone who kind of kept to yourself, but I feel like lately their energy has changed around this with the Page of Wands. I feel like, because the Page of Wands is like new energy, new drive, new passion. And I feel like you have moved from staying like maybe studying by yourself and keeping to yourself, that you really have kind of extroverted yourself a little bit, where you're spending time with individuals, or you're being seen. You're not, keeping to yourself, that you're speaking up, you're saying things. And I feel like, obviously you're being seen with this here. So I feel like that's standing out here. It's very positive. Um, I feel like, Spirit is saying here with the Ten of Swords is, because these are all the fears, right? The supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts. And there's all this, fears of losing and fears of failing and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, just get all that out of your mind. They're like, release yourself from this, because this does not help you. When you're in fear, you don't have access to your brilliant mind. when you have concerns and when we go into fight or flight mode, which obviously with a PhD, maybe it depends on what you're getting it in, but about fight or flight most likely. Where when we go into fight or flight mode, our intelligent, um, you know, compassionate, loving part of ourselves gets booted out. We don't have access to our brilliant brain, and it's more of a 2-year-old and its pet cat that's in charge. And you're like, "Oh, I don't want that to be in charge." I want to be in charge of what I'm testing and learning and doing. So it's like spirit saying, it's time to let go of these fears. Really just take deep breaths and realize who you are and let these fears go, because you have access to this everything that you've learned in your subconscious mind and all the studying you've done. It's all up here. But when you go into fear, that's where, test anxiety, um, stage fright, and interview anxiety, all that stuff that comes in. It's because when we fear, we're gone. And now a cat is taking the test or a 2-year-old, take your pick. So I like this for Yopedia. It feels um, very promising. Just spirit is just reminding you, just get out of your fears. Come back to the peace of mind that the doc has um, for it too, because they see you making progress and you're doing it. So they're like, "Yep, think you're going good." So I like it. That's what they have for you. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And I have a couple more donations. Thank you so much. Nuza, hello, hello. You want to know what is coming for you in A this month? Yeah, all signs point to goodness there. Just if you stay out of your fears. Hey, Tanisha, thank you so much. You'll be up next after Nuza here. Thank you, thank you. All right, so what's coming for you and A this month, Nuza? Let's take a look here. Sorry, I'm choking on my spit. So sorry. Sorry, news I inhaled. I was going to tell you I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. But I I took a breath and evidently had some saliva in there. Went down the wrong pipe. So that has nothing to do with your reading. All right, let's take a look here. What else? Anything else? Okay. So sorry. Well, I like this for you. So I feel here there is some movement away from some fears that you um been having, both of you, because then of course the 9 of swords, the 9 is the hermit's journey, so it's these inner fears that you've been both have been reflecting on here. And we've got the um, insomnia nightmare card, where a lot on the mind, a lot of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts between the two of you. And I like it because the Knight of Swords is, they're looking at things from a higher perspective. There's movement away from these things. As you've been seeing things from a different perspective, you're cutting away fears. Clarity is coming in, communication is clearing up. And I like that. There's this more peaceful um kind of energy because the mind is calming down. And I feel like it's for both of you. And then I like these coming in here too, because you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So the fears that are here and the things that are changing have to do around this here, which is birth and sensuality. And this is all about family and children, the dog and the palace and life together. All of those fears about what does this fullness in the outside world mean? But I feel like there's this progression, there's movement towards this here, because I just feel like there's this opening up of uh, the eyes and the mind and the heart, which then seeps out into the outside world, because the Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but it also is a new birth. It's a new things beginning, new things moving forward, both very fruitful and productive energies. So I feel like whatever you guys have been working on with your communication, with working on your own fears, it's bringing fruition in this month for you guys. So I like it. I like the clarity that's coming in. I like the communication that's clearing up. I like the new communication that's coming up here. Yeah. So I was reading her dress that says something about something doing something right is worth the cost. It says it on her here if it'll focus in there. Yeah. So there's writing, there's thoughts and beliefs that are coming in. So I like this for you, Nusa. It feels very positive. And I always encourage to continue to, the more we cut out the expectations, the thoughts, the beliefs, and the mindsets around interactions with other individuals, the more oxygen that comes into the relationship and the bigger the flame becomes. But the more we try to suppress it with supposed tos and shoulds and need to be's and have to be's and musts, it just snuffs out the flame instead. So the more we can open up and free ourselves, the more free we feel, but also the more free and energy that flows into the relationship too. So that's what I feel is coming through for you, Nusa. So many blessings to you. Appreciate your donation. All right, Tanisha, you are up next. Thank you for your donation as well. And you want to know what will be the judge's decision about your eviction case? He said you should hear from him in 3 weeks. All right, absolutely. We'll take a look here. And yeah, Elpedia, you can absolutely you can ask an additional question. Okay, very good. There you go. All right, so let's take a look here, Tanisha. What will be the judge's decision based on energies today? Oh, okay. Wow. You can't make it up. The judgment. Judgment card comes in asking about what is the judgment going to be from the judge. That is hilarious. So confirmation that this is what the judgment is looking like based on the current energies here. Okay. Okay, what else? I know, right? Not the judgment card. No. Let's see here. Just getting clarity here. It's just like it's going around in circles here. Okay. And then what else for that though? Okay. So of course we already saw the judgment card here. We've got the 6 of swords and which is movement of thought and belief, and the high priestess card, which is, the circles. Yeah. She steps back into her high priestess temple. There's the unknown, the mystery that comes in here. And I feel like they're saying just I feel like there's going to be movement. Um but I feel like it's definitely for you, but it's in the at first it's gonna feel kind of weird. And let me explain because you got the 7 of wands and the 5 of wands. I know, tell the truth. I know. I promise. I promise. Um, the wands energy we have, when we have an odd number like a 5 and a 7, they basically are saying that the energies that happen for us, and it's makes us face something, right? When an obstacle is put in our way, it's not by accident. It's not like, "Whoops, someone dropped a boulder," an angel accidentally bumped something and goes, "Oops, that didn't mean for that to happen." It's like, no, this obstacle, this what's been brought to you has been brought to you on purpose. Yeah, and we've got because we've got the disappointment card coming in here. So that's why, the heartbreak, the fears that we face, and we got the hermit card which turns you inward and upward, but ultimately this is why I like it all for you. This outcome that happens, I feel like it doesn't turn out the way that you thought you wanted it to turn out. Like, I feel like you will end up moving, but I love the Empress because it's new birth, it's harvest. You see the little baby, the new birth, that it's, mother nature, mother nurture. It allows you all the changes that happen, what the result of it ends up definitely for you, and you feel like you have this new start in your life, this new birth in your life. So I feel like you oh, good. So there was this movement out then. Okay, so this is just the damages, not um the actual eviction. So yeah, so I feel like it definitely ends up being for you with the Empress card then. Yeah. So all this trouble, all of this movement, all of this that has happened here, that makes sense there. Oh no, that's quite all right. Um because it just feels like a new start. The 3 of Swords is what I feel like, it doesn't turn out exactly like you want it to be, but you do feel, it still all applies. You still feel a harvest. You still feel, like you're able to move on and move forward, and it feels positive, even though, like, with all this stuff that you've been through, you know the biggest thing that they want you to realize too, with the 3 of Swords, is our fears. These are expectations equal disappointment, and it's like releasing everything just allows this other 3 to take place, right? Because there's 2 threes here. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Pentacles, which is about abundance. There's that hermit journey, which all of this has been to be able to point to what the fears you have that you had through the process with these obstacles, and go, just transforming instead of it happening to me. Why did I want this to happen for me? And I know that's a tough one to look at, going, what? Why would I want this to happen, in my life? But it's like, what have I learned about what I fear? And um, you know, releasing what other people's actions and words, that they don't mean anything about us. They just are. That they tell us more about other people than they do about us. And there's this freedom that comes in here. I love the Empress too, because the 3 of Swords, you're like, yay. The 3 of Swords, is our expectations, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, this must, these long list of things that make us feel trapped and restricted and kind of caged. Well, the Empress card, it's a beautiful card to get in, along with that 3 of Swords, because she is before the Emperor and the Hierophant, which the Emperor is all about the rules of society. The Hierophant's all the rules of organized religions and spirituality. But she comes first. She's usually naked running through the woods because she doesn't have all the restrictions that come later. There's this freedom that comes from all this. It's like this release that comes from all this, and it's a releasing of all these thoughts, when we're like, you know what, why am I trying to control what other people say or do? Whatever, that's outside of my control. The only thing I can control are the stories that I'm putting to a situation, the emotions I'm feeling as I go through them, and the energy I'm investing. I can't control anyone. I can't control the judge. I can't control anyone outside of myself. And there's this release that happens with all of this. So I feel like it ends up being positive. I just feel like you're releasing some expectations, and you're just like, okay, so it didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it to be, but I'm good. And now I'm releasing the result. I don't have to be defined by anything. like, I wanted $1,000,000, but you get 900, 99,999. It's like, so was a dollar short. Is that going to mean anything? No, it doesn't mean anything. I get to decide. I feel like it's a very empowering situation that's coming up here for you. So yeah, the Queen of Pentacles came back in again. So new birth, coming in. She's like the Empress card. New birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, taking care of yourself and focusing on you. So I feel like it's a good decision. It just doesn't meet the exact expectations. I feel like they come up with a good compromise. That's not everything you wanted, but it's good. It's not like you lose and all that. I just feel it's you know beneficial for you, but I feel like it's more of what you learn through it all. That's the important thing. Yeah, because here's the cage that I was just talking about. You're being released from the cage of all your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made you feel blinded, restricted, and bound in the past. And you're popping off the lid here by releasing yourself from all that's supposed to and should and need to and have to and must. You're no longer going to be caged by all that. So it's a positive outcome ultimately is what you're looking for, but obviously spirit wanted to give you more because it's about the journey, not really the outcome that they wanted you to learn through. And there because you actually glean so much freedom from realizing what you've learned through this situation than any monetary. Because money comes and goes, right? But this lesson, this freedom that comes is going to be all along, right? So it's releasing all of that. Yes, exactly. Releasing like the judgments, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need to. So I like that. All right. So it looks so good. Tanisha, thank you so much again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I'm sure you'll keep us informed. I'm excited. All right, Elpedia, thank you for your additional donation. And you want to know, has Dr. Saeed read your research proposal? Will you do? Okay, let's take a look here. Absolutely. All right. All right. So, has he read the research proposal here? We've got the star card, which is dreams come true, wishing upon a star, hope, the high priestess, which is, steps back, really looks into the unknown and dives deep. So, I feel like with a combination of these two, I feel like they've read some of it and they're looking to look into more of it. Because I feel like, they, it's like they're the high priestess, the energy I'm feeling is like they've read some of it and they want to and some of it's still unknown, I feel with it. So I feel like they have touched it. They've read some of it, but they haven't gone full boat yet. As far as if you will do your proposal on the defense presentation this month, we've got there's possibility here because we've got the 10 of pentacles, which is on one hand it's like abundance, it is definitely possible, but something that is important to look at here is the 5 of pentacles, which there's these beliefs around lack, these beliefs around being left out in the cold, being left behind, and abandonment. And this is the energy that can impact you here. So if you have these energies of fears of being abandoned, fears of being left out in the cold, left behind, ostracized, um, this is what spirit wants you to look at because this will be the block that's keeping it from happening. 10 of Pentacles, abundance, absolutely, woohoo! But this can stand in the way. That's why there's possibilities and the unknown here too there's hope for it, there's possibilities for it, but our energy, it's not a fated event that has to happen this month. There's a range of when it can happen, and the range is determined by your energy. Because when we focus on our fears, right, we draw these events into it, things that match the vibration. If I feel I'm going to be abandoned and be left out and they're not going to choose me, guess what? You're telling the universe, I really love feeling being left behind and being not being chosen. So can you give me more of that? And if that's not what you want, then we switch over and we focus on gratitude for things that we have, and we invest our energy there, because then we tell the universe, I really love, you know, uh, being grateful for things. So can you bring me more things to be grateful for? And boom, 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 this is what comes in. So I feel like that they have read some of it, but the more energy that you put into gratitude for what is in your life, what is coming in, and focusing on what you do want rather than fearing what will be removed out of our life or that will draw in, that changes the whole energy around it. So you definitely have the possibility here. It's all available, um, but it all has to do with your energy. So whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. So if you have to set an alarm on your phone or reminders all over the place or whatever it is, focus on gratitude, focus on gratitude, focus on gratitude. Then that's what expands. So that's what they have for Yopedia. So I'm excited because it's in your hands and no one else's. So I like it. All right. Always victory. Thank you so much for your additional donation. And you want to know, are you healing when you feel the physical releases? All right. And of course, whenever anyone asks about any kind of medical type of things, I have to say here in the United States that of course, you always for medical, even like the lawyer stuff, everything. Always seek professional, licensed professionals, right? Tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only, and ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions and their own choices, right? All right. Yeah, physical releases and healing. Whenever the healing word is used, a lot of times we have to say that. We just have to be so careful. All right. Well, I do like this for you. I see here there is this transformation happening with the hanged man, which is all about the cocoon, right? And the transformation. The seven of wands has this, energetic block, with the seven of wands. Like whatever's been holding it back, there is this transformation that's coming here. And this definitely backs it up here too. With the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing, things are moving, and the Eight of Wands is about moving energy. So there is this release, this movement of energy, this flow that's in for the obviously for the positive here with the Wheel of Fortune, and then the 10 being endings and new beginnings, which would be releases for sure. So it's definitely happening here, and I feel like I want to pull a couple more cards here. Okay. Yeah, so this card came flying out. The Sun. So, yeah, I mean, this is brightness, victory, light shining into a bunch of areas of your life, right? I mean, it's shining light into all the crevices and the cobwebs and everything. But there is this definitely this release, and the Leo energy talks about the subconscious releases, the inner child transformations, and energy movements as well. The Eight of Wands tells me too that, when we have a lot of energy we're using to maintain certain things in our life, like, you know, um, suppressing emotions or holding charged emotions that we haven't really dealt with. When we do that, all that energy comes back to us too. So I like this energy that's coming in and returning to you as well. So I feel very positive about it. And I would say with that Sun card, which is probably the top card voted by most tarot readers as being the most victorious and abundant card in the deck. I say it's in the top five, but definitely it's a great sign. All right. Very good. Very good. Yes, yeah. And it is, it's a lot of times our, tears are, it's release, but physical action, there's a lot of, that's why when you'll sometimes see people that say punch a pillow or you throw a rock into a lake, or it's this movement of this releasing of things helps our whole being just feel that feeling of release and things. So, these physical releases are also, impact our entire being. So I definitely can understand that as well. So I like it. I like it. Very positive, always victory. So many blessings to you. Thank you for your multiple donations. I greatly appreciate those. All right. Let's see. Where are we at here? All right. So I'm at 2.5 hours in. So I'm going to go into kind of a lightning round for the free readings. If you do want me to go in deeper into your reading, I'll still take donations to dive deeper and to prioritize readings. But I'm going to try to get through some more free readings. By going to what I call lightning round, which is one card readings, and they're a little faster, just to try to get you some information coming in. So, Felicia, we left off with you, and thank you for the reminder. Thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So, thanks for being part of the love tsunami. I greatly appreciate that. All right, Felicia. So, you want to know what decision do you have to make in June and about what aspect? All right. Yeah, you have the magician card here. So this is divine masculine energy of focusing, moving forward, putting action into things and not waiting for something to come to you, but to step forward and put your energy forward. You have everything you need within you to make your dreams come true and to accomplish things. And especially the magician with the magic wand, whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And so, really being aware of what you're focusing on in each moment is helpful, right? We always talk about you know, putting the alarm on your phone, the little silent vibrating alarm. What is the focus? What is it that you're wanting to change in your life? What is the most important thing that you're wanting to change and you're wanting to move and you're wanting to transform? Focus on that with all of your energy and all of your might, not waiting for things to come to you, but you stepping forward is the important thing here for the month of June is action, action. And if you have watched your June um, reading, if you've already checked your sun sign, look into your rising sign if it's different, because it's about how you see the world. It is through the lenses through which you see the world. And I feel like that has an important message for you. So check that out for the month of June. All right. That is what they have for you. So many blessings, Felicia. All right. Happy Pill. Hello. So, what kind of decision you have to take this June? All right. Mm. So the tower is like an ending, a sudden ending in new beginnings, things being removed out of your life for you, and realizing that they are happening for you and letting it go. I feel like the kind of decision you have to make is to decide that when something is removed out of your life, that it's not happening to you, but it is happening for you. It's making space for something new in your life and to clear things out of your path to move forward. So I feel like the decision has to do with either something that has recently happened or something that does happen in June. And really, like, this is like, I feel like you know this, but it's the knowing in your heart that happens this June, where it sinks down in, where you apply it. It's like learning something in science class and then going into the science lab and making it happen. Like, you know it, but now this is to put it into practice. This thing that gets removed out of your life, where at first it's like, why is this being burnt down? And you're just like, oh, okay, why is this happening for me? Why would I have wanted this to happen for me? And I feel like this is the decision that you get to make is how you're looking at an event that happens like that. All right. So that is what they have for you. Happy pill. All right. Magician, you are up next. So a general reading. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know. I'm just up here. All right. You got the Keeper of Swords, Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she of course rules over the mind, thought, belief, and mindset. But all the queens are given a second portion of heart. So this is balancing of heart and mind. It of course looks like the Two of Swords too, which is this kind of close your eyes and open your heart. Try not to make decisions strictly from your mind, but bring your heart into it as well. Because when we make decisions strictly from our mind, our heart is not happy and our heart is not in it. It doesn't last long in decisions we make because our heart eventually wins out and it like demands to be heard. But also decisions made strictly only from the heart mm, don't tend to turn out too well either, because if we don't think things through, we make decisions that we end up having to do a lot to recover from, right? So there's this great balance that's coming in with that, and that's what Spirit is having you look at right now. So that is what they have for you, magician, and many blessings to you. All right, so Julia, blessings to you. And can you tell me what will your Leo say after we have the talk? So we have the Hanged One, which is hang on, have patience, things will unfold. It just takes time, things are transforming. Um, high five. No, I'm just kidding. So I feel like they're just saying it's more of like, I just need time. I need time to transition, transform. Things are changing in my life. Just be patient is kind of what I feel that they will say after your talk. Um, and depending on what, of course, unfolds here. But that's what I feel is coming through, Julia. So many blessings to you. And I always get flashbacks like, we need to talk. Oh, no. Oh, God, here it comes. All right, Daisy, you are up next. Will you become rich and successful in the distant future? One of your wonderful random questions. Let's take a look here. Yeah, the apprentice of vessels, which is the page of cups, which is new love and new passion in your life. Um, I don't feel like what you consider rich and successful now is what you feel it is later. I feel like you get clarity around from your heart what your heart wants, and what your heart redefines what rich and successful means. So I feel like you go through a change of heart around things. So um, in a way, yes, you do become rich and successful in the distant future, but not in the way that you're thinking about it today. Um, exactly like you're thinking about it today. So that's what's coming in, Daisy. I know, so intriguing, huh? All right. So many blessings to you, Green Spell. You are up next. So what's coming towards you in June? Well, you got the Six of Vessels, Six of Cups, which is um so the nostalgia card, which can be someone from your past, is coming back into your life. And this can be someone from this physical life, or it can be someone from a past life too. So I don't feel like it feels joyous, it feels like a good feeling. So it's either someone that you lost contact with and you guys come across each other's path again, and it's like a really good reunion. Um, or it's someone you meet that you feel like you've known before and you have this really good clicking between each other, and it's because you've known each other in a past lifetime. So this is a significant event here, um, and so I like it. It just definitely stands out here. It just brings a wonderful sense of emotion for you in June. And be sure to check out your June monthly reading for each zodiac sign too, and see what that has for you. All right. And Dajona, I think we did a reading at the very beginning around money. So I'm going to, since I'm doing lightly around and I'm running out of time, I'm gonna just keep it to one reading if that's cool. I know you understand. So, all right, healing vibes. Rest of the year. Any blessings coming for you? Yeah, you got the Crown of Swords, the King of Swords. So you do have some new ideas, some new thoughts, some new beliefs that are coming in, higher knowledge, higher awareness. So you're learning some significant things throughout this year. But the biggest thing, the biggest blessing is that with this new viewpoint and this new way of looking at things, it does cut away some old fears, some old thoughts and beliefs that restricted, made you feel small and limited, powerless, and there's this significant transformation that comes with it. So I do like that for you. It's a internal freedom that comes that just brings you peace of mind, which, you know, that is a blessing. Sometimes money can't buy that, which I know sometimes like, well, let me have enough money and I can try, but this is all about peace of mind, this specific one. So that's what they have for you, healing vibes. So many blessings to you. And Princess Pinky, you're up next. Message from your Aquarius. All right, let's see here. What does your Aquarius want you to know right now? We got the Four of Vessels, the Four of Cups. I like this. They are very much, it's funny that it's all in containers because, Aquarius is an air sign, but they're water bearers, which they are able to contain emotions. And I like this because they're saying here that have patience because these are the previous relationships that died off. These are the other um emotions and the regular types of relationships. Aquarius is telling you that I am not normal, which you are like, I know that already. But they are the water bearers, and they're like, they can bring you a relationship that's so different than you've ever had that won't die like these. You just have to be patient. Um, for them to bring the water because it does take time for them to get out of their minds and express their heart. So I feel like they're saying just be patient, or you would need to be patient. They're not telling you, they would never tell you who to be. They're just saying, if you want this from me, it takes patience for me to be able to offer this. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to know, Princess Pinky. So many blessings to you. All right. And let's see where we at here. So Mez P, hello, hello. Any blessings coming your way this week? I like that. This week. You have the Seven of Cups, Seven of Vessels coming in here. And this is really like you have a lot of different emotional choices coming in. And I like it because the blessing that is available for you is to realize and step into this where that you are the one that gets to choose how you feel about a situation, that you might have been told that this is how you have to feel in every situation, but you're realizing, no, I could choose this, or I could choose this, I could choose this. And I feel like the power of emotional choice is coming in where you realize that when something happens, that I don't have to feel the way I've always been told I'm supposed to feel about a situation. I feel like kind of seen the plethora of emotions that you can choose, and you choose one and then you choose another. And I feel like you play with it a little bit this week. And if you do so, you have this beautiful blessing of stepping into this power of emotional choice. And I like it. Excuse me. So that's what they have for you, Ms. P. So many blessings to you. Hey, Petra. Hello, hello. I don't see a question yet from you. So if you have one down below, we'll get there possibly. Rhonda, there you are. So if you're still here, Rhonda, hello, hello. And you want to know where in your mind that you can build on to go to the next level. All right. Yeah, let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have here for you. Just going to shuffle these up here. Judgment. Dun, dun, dun. And this is all about your higher self calling you to this higher place. And so when you ask, like, where in your mind can you build on to go to the next level? This is all about communicating with spirit, just hearing the calling from your spirit, and spend the more time that you can spend connecting to the spirit world, the more you see things from a higher perspective, and the more you're able to see the earth plane as more of the dream and your higher self is more of the reality, where you start not being, it's like a pendulum. You see, do I have anything to be a pendulum? Okay, we'll just use this. So when the pendulum's going back and forth, between fear and unconditional love, when we're down here as our human, see how the swing, how everything impacts us so much. But the higher we move up in spirit, you see how less I'm moving. And then eventually, when we're up here, even though there's all this movement down here, our movement is very small. And so it's like moving up the pendulum, the more we focus on the higher realm in our higher selves, the more that that takes us to the next level. So it's just like a muscle. Whatever we focus on grows. And so we focus on unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace and gratitude. That takes us up to that's the high level. That's the spirit, higher frequency. So the more we do that, and we find different ways to do it, it's whatever we focus on grows, and so that's what they have for you, my friend. So many blessings to you, and hopefully that helps. All right. Hey, Twinkle Yadav. I am doing well. I don't see you asked a question here yet, so I'll continue moving down the list here. Okay, we took care of that. We took care of that. Appreciate your patience. I'm just making sure I'm not flying by anyone here. All right. Day one, love reading. All right. Let's take a quick look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know. Got the Two of Coins, the Two of Pentacles. In addition to having this balancing coming in here, which is like the balancing of the heavens with this, there's these cycles to be aware of with love, right? And I feel like there's this opportunity coming up where you have two individuals that, like, two choices, right? And and neither of them are anything that you're interested in anymore. Because I feel like with your changes that you've been going through in these, um, the aspects you've been looking at within yourself, you're realizing that maybe it's like you used to like to rescue, what do they call them? Like rescue animals. You like to rescue animals in distress. And so you were attracted to people that felt like they needed rescuing, and it was something that, like, this need to be needed. Now it's like the cyclist switched, where now it repels you from people. Like, oh, needy, oh no, I want someone who's self-sufficient. Whereas before you used to like be drawn to people where you know, you might even say, "Wow, you must be really in a bad sorts." And they're like, "Why?" "'Cause I'm really attracted to you." Which means, but I feel like that has changed, and I like this for you because it's like they're saying the cycle has changed and you're seeing things differently. And I do feel like there's 2 individuals that come in and both of them are it's like really bringing the point home for you of like, "I'm not interested in either one. What's going on?" And you're like, "Oh, because that's not my taste anymore." You're not drawing in the lower vibrational, you're like you had some lower vibrational people that you were drawing in because you had lower vibrational energies, but you're expanding and they just had showed up in your life as you're expanding. You're like, "I'm not interested in them." It's because 'cause they're not at your level anymore of where you're vibrating your energy. So hopefully that makes sense for you there, day 1. So many blessings to you. Continue moving down the list here. All right. I lost my place. Oh, there I am. Shirley. Hey, Shirley. So you'd like to ask what their current thoughts and next actions are in your connection. All right. Let's take a look here. Well, I got the hermit card here. So I feel like they kind of are keeping to themselves. They're like slowly, slowly being drawn to the flame. But I feel like they are hesitant and they're taking their time. Are they kind of an introvert? Do they like their alone time? I just feel like they're on this inner journey of trying to understand themselves, and so they're kind of self-focused rather than outside focused. And so I just feel like things are going slow and they are more inward right now. So I don't feel like there's going to be like this next leap towards you because I feel like they're really focused inward right now. So that is what's coming through, Shirley. And I'm okay with that for you. I really, I don't know. I just, I don't feel, because this is the one we asked, they're bringing back to me about they thought of you as like a sugar mama, but you're not a sugar mama. But they were looking like, "You can bring me my nurturing." I just feel like they're being drawn into their hermit mode because, that there's something more for you somewhere else down the road. But that's maybe for another reading. But that's what they have for you, Shirley, so hang in there. And many blessings to you. Sorry, I'm sniffling. Okay. So we did that one. All right. Hey, BU. Hello, hello. If you are still here, you wanted a reading. I don't see your question, but you asked for a reading. So, of course, we'll pull one card and show the Eight of Cups. So, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Vessels, is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you and possibly even relationships that no longer serve. Its time. It's a flowing type of energy. It's an eight, which is like a river flowing. And it's just that they just don't serve you anymore. You've been investing energy, and I like it. Lately, spirits has been saying, and these are friendships or relationships that um, you don't even have to like. You don't need to send a termination notice saying we are done or anything like that. It's just like you stop investing energy in it, and they just drift away because you're the one that's investing all the energy in it. You're the one that is doing it all, and it's like no, 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 you don't need this. And so it's time. That energy can be better used in current other relationships that are more equally giving and receiving, or new ones that are coming too. And allowing these to fall away opens up space for some new significant friendships and relationships to come in. So that is what is coming through, BU. So many blessings for you. All right. We took care of those. We took care of those. Okay, we did that one. We did those. Sorry, I'm just making sure. I would just hate to pass over people because sometimes it happens, old man eyes. All right. I think we are down to Layla Damak. So, Layla, good things coming to you for June. Well, you have the Apprentice of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles, new opportunities coming here in the month of June, opening up for you. So I feel like you planted seeds, things are opening up. You've also been looking at the relation of your self-worth in relationship to the outside world. So I feel like you've been working on your how you see yourself, and because of that, it's allowing you like this courage and this excitement to see something as an opportunity, whereas before you'd be like, "Oh, heck no, I'm not going to go do that." But I feel like you have this bravery, this courage, which, courage is fearing something and doing it anyway, not no fear. So I feel like there's this opportunity opening up and you're being nudged to do it. And I really like that for you. Also, be sure to check out your June monthly readings. Those came out a couple days ago too, because there could be more information in those for you as well. But that's definitely there's this opportunity opening up, and do not be afraid. Make the leap, make the leap. All right. So that is what they have there for you. All right. All right. Thank you so much, Andrea, for donating on PayPal there. All right, very good. And Sudeshni Nadu, you'll be um, the next free lightning round reading here. So thank you, Andrea, for your donation. And you'd like to have more insight on what does Spirit want you to know about how to strengthen your spiritual gifts and love life. Okay, um, so additional insight. So I had answered that before. So you're just wanting to even more insight into that. So we can definitely do that. And I feel like they want to give you a chakra reading card here. So we'll dive in a little deeper here. See what else they have here. Wow. Can you can't make this up, right? Psychic development. Boom. Here you go with your crystal ball. So I think we're going to get some details here. Let's see what we have here. This is your third eye chakra. And it says, "You've called upon this card today, excuse me, because as it is a powerful time to develop your psychic abilities. Connecting to our psychic awareness is like having an extra sense. People often refer to it as the sixth sense. Everyone is psychic, including you, and now it is time for you to deepen your psychic abilities. You could possibly have a lineage of psychic ancestors, as this gift can be handed down through your bloodline. There are four main ways we can connect to our psychic abilities: through vision, through hearing, through knowing, and through feeling. And these senses are like muscles. The more you work with them, the stronger they become. There is usually one sense that comes more naturally to you than the others, and you're encouraged to focus on it. This card is a reflection that it is time to start flexing your physical muscle to discover new wisdom for yourself and others. It would be a great time to attend a workshop to assist you, to read some books, listen to some podcasts, whatever medium suits you. It is time to dive in. So as you grow in your abilities, you will receive an abundance of wisdom, love, and guidance to enjoy and to share with others. So pulling this card could also mean that you have been working on your psychic abilities and you're encouraged to keep going, as the answers for you at this time will come through your connection to your higher self. This is such a powerful time of development and learning. Make sure you take the time to honor and nurture your gifts and this process. And the affirmation is, I am deeply connected to my intuition and reclaim my psychic gifts now. So I like this. They're basically saying, use it, use it, use it, use it. Um, yeah, I mean, so which of the gifts, like when it talked about, do you see things? Do you hear things? Is it a knowing or is it a feeling, right? And whatever of the gifts that you have, it's about using it and using it on a regular basis. And I can affirm that I've been doing readings for over 25 years, and I can tell you that even though I was doing readings pretty regularly, when I started doing lives almost every single night for 2 to 3 hours, that my gifts have expanded, and my friends have even mentioned it. They're like, "Your gifts have, like, gotten bigger, haven't they, since you started doing that? We can tell." And I'm like, "Really? Because 'Cause you're always with yourself, you don't realize it, but people that don't see you for a month or 2 months or whatever, they notice it." So, yeah, so you hear him. Wow. Yeah, I told Spirit, "No, let me feel him. If I see him, I'll poop my pants or something." Yeah, so start using that, start reaching out, make that a regular practice. Like I said, flex the muscle, and the more you do that, not only will it expand the gift that you are working on, but it will also expand and bring in other gifts that will help you become even more aware of those others as that gets bigger. Amethyst is a really great um, um, stone. Like if you want a crystal recommendation, it helps you connect to your crown chakra, right? Or if you're wanting to expand your psychic abilities, of course, anything to do with like indigo, any blue kind of crystals as well. But I actually had a reading earlier today or earlier in the session where it said to take, you know, a the stone I just mentioned, the beautiful purple amethyst. I'm like, my gosh, it is almost time for me to go. um, Yeah, and turquoise can be your throat chakra too, which can be about you speaking, but you can, it talked about put the amethyst on there and allow the energy to flow in, allow it to expand it. But it can be any crystal really, because we're the ones that, ignite power into objects anyway. So whatever you wanna use, definitely do that. Um if you check out my main page, I also have a series available, which is called U times two, which is getting to know the two of us that are living the human experience. And it talks through some things of seeing the difference between your human and your higher self and seeing things from that perspective too. And that's a free video series I have on my main page. If you want to check it out, it's called U times, like times two. But I feel like they're saying here, that's amazing. I mean, just the being aware of the synchronicities. I mean, because psychic development, can't make that up. Um, but that is what they have. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And keep us in the loop. I know eventually I have it on my list of things that I want to do. I'm going to be starting a podcast here soon, and it's all about connecting to our higher selves too. So keep a lookout. All right. So Sudeshni Nadu, you just want to know if N will be fine on his own. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, yeah. You can't. It's like one of the most successful, beneficial. They will be fine on their own. The wheel turns in their favor. It feels very fortunate for them. So that would be a yes. Easy breezy, fast and easy. All right. And then Alice, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. You want to know, how is Tarush Sharma thinking or feeling about you? All right. So we got the High Priestess card here. They're very much to themselves here right now. This is like the High Priestess. She steps back, connects upward, connects into the back behind the veil, down into their own emotions. I feel like they're off in their own little world right now. So I don't feel like they're feeling a whole lot about anyone else. They're just feeling their own emotions. And any feelings that they're feeling in the moment are about how they felt about you doing something to them. It's about them. It's about them. It's about them. So that's what I feel is coming in there. So they're all self absorbed right now. All right. So that's what they have for you. And Lisa Sarkar, you'd like a general reading. You got the Seven of Swords. I love how they have a butterfly stealing away the sword here, which is good. The Seven of Swords, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, and you're becoming aware of what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets have stolen opportunities and things for you. And you are releasing yourself from this, which is great. You're in this transformation. You're understanding that it's not other people that do things to you, but it's that your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have had the restrictions in the past. So I like this freedom that is coming in here in this release that's coming in with it as well. So it's just realizing, any kind of thievery or anyone that you felt like was playing games or anything, look at the mirror it was showing for you. It's like, oh, they were playing mind games with me. Oh, how am I playing my own mind games with me? Just allow it to be a mirror because there's a freedom that comes from it. So I like that for you, Lisa. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. And my voice is going away. So just to remember, if you were here at the beginning, tomorrow morning, I'm not sure when I will be on. I have to take my host for a procedure at the hospital. So I either will be not on at all, or I'll be on earlier or later, but not around my regular time at 11 a.m. Most likely. So we're playing it by ear. We're going with the flow. And then for everyone else that is not aware, I do have a weekly giveaway every Monday. Here is the link to the video. I'll be giving away 7 personal recorded readings on Monday. So if you're interested in getting into that drawings, be sure to check out that video. It'll tell you how. And then also every week, I do put out at least one pick a card reading. I put one out a couple of days ago. Where am I making a mistake? In it, I loved the reading there because we truly can't make a mistake, but it's they go into talking about that too. And then, as I mentioned a couple of times throughout tonight, June readings are out. Joyous June, and so if you haven't checked those out, there's the playlist for that. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right, everybody. Ding ding. Thank you so much again for all the love, all the support, and especially your thirst for seeking after spirit and for hearing from them. Thank you also for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. I will be back sometime tomorrow morning, most likely. If not, definitely tomorrow night. And then Saturday, Sunday morning, because I'm here Wednesday through Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Then normally Friday, Saturday, Sundays at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I shall return. All right, everybody, as you're going throughout your, life in each moment, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, have a great rest of your day or your night, wherever you're out in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you guys take care.